Alright, so we are streaming. That is right. I should probably... Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. If you're joining us, I'm DigiDestin. Welcome to my stream. Today, I am going to be working on my NES console. So this is my personal one. It has a blinking light when installed to it. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain it later. But I just want to get the stream started. I'm going to be posting a few things first. Let's see if I can't get this link out there. So settings. How can we share this? Stream options, cards. Nah. This doesn't seem right. And we have one person watching now. I don't know if that's me or if it's somebody else. But if you are here, go ahead and participate in the chat. And that way I know that you're watching. Advanced settings. This might be where I find it. Basic info. Live control room. Juicy J, what's up? How's it going? You don't happen to know where I can find my stream the URL, do you? This is my only my second time streaming, and I don't know how to do anything really. So that's too bad. Anyway, so I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's get started. So we've got. Yeah, if you can actually message me the stream URL, if you can access it in any way on YouTube, send it to me, and I'm gonna post it up on like Facebook and my Instagram and stuff. It's kind of late for that, but hopefully other people join us for this. So this is my NES. I'm actually getting rid of it because I don't need it anymore. I have my Sharp Famicom Twin that's coming in from repairs, and I'm going to be using that primarily. I'm actually going to use for a trade. But right now this has the blinking light when installed, and I want to convert it back to original NES hardware. So first, what you need to take apart one of these, if you're interested in how to take apart one of these, is probably a clean workspace. Send it to me over Facebook, if that's alright, Juicy J. Okay, so I've got my handy dandy toolbox, and also please let me know if the volume's okay. My mic is a little bit far away from me. I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly, but yeah, you just need a Phillips, kind of a long tip. There's a deep hole in here. And this one's barely long enough, but I don't think this bit's right. So we'll find out. No, it's not. Ooh, that might be an issue. Let's see what other goodies I have in here. I haven't taken apart any sort of NES in a long time, so... Oh, we got some other people joining us. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to my stream. Right now, I'm just the monkey that's trying to figure out how to take this thing apart, because my bit's not long enough. I might have to run downstairs and grab like real tools, unless I have something in here that I can actually use. Alright, just sit tight real quick. I'll be back in like a minute, I would say. Just real quick. Okay, we are back. And with another screwdriver. Awesome. So, now that we have the appropriate tools, we are going to post this link in Facebook. Thank you, AJ, for that. Let's put this up here for a second. How was everyone's day, AJ? How was your day? While I post this to Instagram. Let's see. Sorry guys, we're really off to a good start for this. I just wasn't really, I'm not well prepared right now. So, thanks that, paste, there we go. Write ourselves a little note. I really wish that Instagram made like an online web-based, browser-based interface. I think it would make it way faster. I'm streaming now. Okay. Ka-ching. I wish I was a little bit more efficient in terms of this. Like, not quite used to doing this. Next. And hashtag all the things. Okay, and that should be good. Hopefully we get some more viewers. It'd be nice to see some more familiar faces or familiar profiles, I should say. Hopefully that posts. But anyway, let's get started. So this is, if you're just joining us, but I don't think we had any new watchers join us recently. This is my NES. It has a blinking light win in it, which is a replacement for the 72-pin connector. As I dissect this, I'll explain what it does later on. So all you need is a Phillips screwdriver. You don't need any security bits for it, which is nice. And why aren't you sending? Come on. So there's 6 of them. There's 1 on each corner, and there's 2 in the middle. There's this little expansion port. I honestly don't know what it's for. So if anybody does know what it is for, please let me know. Okay. And hopefully the stream isn't as long as my N64 cleaning one, because that was painfully long. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is take this mouse pad, put it up here, and then that way I can put my parts up here. So it's always good to be very organized in terms of taking things apart, putting things back together, making sure that things go back the same in the same place that they were. That's loose. That's loose. That's for storing your snacks on long game sessions. What's for storing my snacks? What am I storing my snacks in? Come on. I'm using this one because this is the correct bit size. It's like the right size for the Phillips. But this one has a magnet on it, so I'm just trying to pull it out without losing it. Oh, the expansion port on the NES. I completely forgot what I was saying, but let's just flip it over. If we lose screws, we'll let future Dan worry about that. So there's 1, that's 4 of them out. That's 5. I'm missing 1 more somewhere, unless I can't count. No, so that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. That one's still in there. Oh, I didn't even loosen this one. Okay. And that's 6. And that's all you need to remove the top cover. This one's covered in stickers because, I don't know, I just thought I'd put stickers on it. This one's a sticker from, actually from the makers of Blinking Light Win. It says, keep calm and don't press down. And that's their whole, that's their whole spiel. So with those 6 screws gone, you can just take this right off. And there we have, I guess I'll put this up here now. There we have the inside of an NES. This one looks a little bit different. This is a different shield, metal shield. And this is a different, I don't know what it's called, spring loader adapter component. Mostly because the Blinking Light Win, which I've been referencing, is made by a company. I forgot who it was. I should probably look that up. Blinking Light Win. Just real quick. Blinking Light Win is made by Arcadeworks. So, Arcadeworks. It's an awesome product. I actually kickstarted it. It was on Kickstarter. So this is a Kickstarter product. Unfortunately, the ones that they release on Kickstarter happen to have very, very, very tight pins. So when you inserted a game, it felt like you would almost break it to get it off. But they offered a program where you could swap in or trade in your Kickstarted version to get a newer version which has looser pins and works a lot better. You know, it feels a lot more natural putting in and putting it out, or taking it out. So what's great about this is it also region unlocks the NES too. So if you want to play PAL games, you can. If you have an adapter for the 60-pin Famicom games, you can do that too with this. So it's great in that sense, and also it's guaranteed to work every single time. So you're not going to get the blinking light, blinking power button. You're not going to get a gray screen. You're just going to put it in, and it's going to work. As long as your game's clean, of course. And you don't have to push down, which is also great. You know, it doesn't wear out the pins. It doesn't wear out the spring or anything. And that was the whole thing about the Blinking Light Win. So, okay. So let's go ahead and get started and taking this apart. So I don't quite remember. I'm just going to use this other one here. I don't quite remember how different it is in terms of, you know, installation. I know that when Blinking Light Win, when Arcadeworks provided the Blinking Light Win, they provided additional hardware and this metal shield, I think. I want to say they did. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. We'll find out in a second. So there's a few Phillips screwdrivers, or not screwdrivers, screws around the inside. So far I've taken out 3. There's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 more. They're really easy to take out, you know, not too hard. Plus, I was the one that installed this, so I didn't like over tighten it too much. And thanks again for joining me on a weeknight for this stream. Maybe later I have a few pickups. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a pickup video for it. But okay, so we have the screws removed for this dust shield. I think it's a dust shield, or, you know, electronic shield, something like that. You can just lift it up. That's all there is to it. Right there. You can put it off to the side. Make sure you remember where all the screws go, and so on and so forth. And this is the Blinking Light Win in its glory. So, nice solid plastic. On the back, you have the pin connector. It's kind of an extended pin connector. with their, custom, proprietary, specialized board that they designed here. So there's also a chip on the inside. See that small one right there? That one actually is the one that helps with region unlocking. So there's a certain combination of buttons that you can push upon startup that allows you to play, those other games. This one was already region unlocked to begin with, but that doesn't really matter at this point. So there is a way to take off the pin connector without removing the motherboard, but typically I'll take it off because it's actually less sketchy. So there's also 4 pins around the connector, and a couple right next to like where the power and the AV are. So, and all of them, I believe, are the same exact as the ones that we removed beforehand. And are you guys hearing me all right? I can't hear you, but the magnet one, that's why it's so useful. I just wish I had the right size or a long enough bit for it. I should probably invest in it. Just a few more. And these are I think 2 longer ones. I believe that the Arcade Works also provided some hardware to go along with it. I don't remember. It's been so long. I think it's been a couple years since this first debuted. But move the camera down more. You want a closer view? Is that it? Okay. Let's do this then. Come here, camera. Down into my left. This isn't working. Okay. Okay, so it's down here. Let's move these parts over to the side. Maybe down this way? Is that better? I mean, you're just gonna be looking at my gut the whole time, but that's okay, I guess. Why is it so crooked looking? I mean, I guess that's good enough. I mean, I don't know. Guess that works, right? Something like that. Just to show you, there's a couple screws here and here to remove the blinking light win. And honestly, I forgot how this is assembled. Oh, okay, I see here. So this is the part that the cartridge sits in. You don't have to push this down. This is the one that's provided by Blinking Light Win. As opposed to, I have, this one's a little dusty. This is the traditional one, the original one. And it's got the springs on the side, and this is what you push down on the traditional NES. So we're putting this back in, we're taking this out. So, also for comparison, this is the motherboard, or the underside of the motherboard. This is the chip, the pin connector provided by Blinking Light Win. It's extended to support this here. You don't have to push it down, you just put the cart right in. It also has region unlocking, which is great, without any modification to your actual original hardware. But we have removed all the screws for the motherboard here, and you can typically just pull this out, just like straight back, but I'm going to do it with the board removed. So, oh. There's also the same like kind of dust cover underneath, if you want to remove it, actually. So these are for your controller and your power. You have to remove these to be able to completely remove the board from the casing. So there's 2 controller ports, and then there's 1 power one. Try your best not to break anything, not to pull anything out that you shouldn't. Just be real gentle with it. And now, bottom case is removed, and now we have the board with the static shield, dust shield, whatever. Now with those cables removed, you can remove the dust shield, static shield. Put that off to the side. Make sure you know goes to the bottom. And now we have our board here. So it says NTSC. See if I can't see where I modded it before. Where'd it go? There's a chip on here somewhere. And all you have to do is clip one of the legs, one of these things, one of the silver legs of the chip, and it actually region unlocks your NES. Maybe, did I do it on this one? Oh yeah, I see it now. It's gonna be kind of hard to see because it's one of the smaller ones, but it's this chip right here, right next to those 2 capacitors. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The 12th pin. Don't quote me on that. I would definitely look it up. It's right there. You clip that, and it should region unlock your NES. But if you get the blinking light win, that shouldn't be an issue. So removing the pin connector, all you do is pull it out carefully because you don't want to snap anything. You can rock it side to side. And there you go. It is removed. And this I'm just going to put right back in here so I don't lose it. And we are going to reinstall the original one. I can't remember if I haven't done this in so long. So let's hope this is okay. What you want to do is put your pin connector back on carefully. And you can tell which ones goes down because the other side doesn't really fit. Like you'd really have to force it in. This side, if you look at the angle, see how it's tilted up? When you put a game in there and you push it down, these are the pins that get worn out. And then because of this angle, that's what makes the contact when you push it down. So this side's going to be upward. And remember, your board is positioned upside down in the casing itself. So the one that's more straight and flush, this side here, is going right back into where you took out. It's a nice little fit there. Right where you took out your blinking light win. The holes should match up for your screws, and we can start putting this back in. So we got the static shield. Make sure all your components are still there. Shouldn't be an issue. Make sure all your holes line up. And this is where you want to put this into the bottom case and reattach all your wires. This is where we have a bottom case here. We have first player, which goes into the port next to the power. And then we have second player, which goes into this front part, which is for second player. No, that's incorrect. Do not listen to me. First port goes into here. Second player goes into here. I think that's right. We'll find out. So that goes in right there. And I'm by no means an expert in how to do this. I just kind of fidget with things. I do look up tutorials online, but I just kind of play it by ear and hopefully things go well. Which is probably not a good way of doing things. But, it works. I haven't had any issues so far with my systems. So that's nice and in there. And then we're going to reinstall this. So put it back into place. There's a few plastic, I don't know what they're called. These little pegs. That's a good way to put it. Pegs. And it fits right in there. So if they're not lined up, then you probably have them in the wrong place. Also, these wires like to get in the way. So make sure that they're off to the side. They're not underneath. They're not getting pinched by anything. They're not blocking any holes for your screws, so on and so forth. They're typically taped down somewhere. I don't remember where exactly. And then there's the case of this guy. I should clean this a tad bit. Maybe I'll worry about it later. I'll spray it off with duster later. This sits right on top of this black part, the black part of the pin connector. And it's kind of weird because if you look underneath here, there's like a slight portion that extends outward towards the back, towards the rear. And it kind of has to grip the underside of the board. So you have to slide it in on top of the pin connector while you're threading the pin connector through this hole here, and then making sure that this portion gets underneath the board. And that's a great reason as to why you want to remove the whole board from the casing. It makes things just a lot easier. Okay, so that... And there we have it. Everything is snug and in place. Nothing's being pinched. See that front part doesn't lift up. If I push down on the front of the board, this comes down perfectly. All the holes line up. And we are good to go. So I'm just going to use all the hardware that I had taken out when I disassembled this thing. And then we're going to reassemble it and see if it works. Let's see if this is the right dust cover. I guess it is. It's the same dust cover. It's been so long. I felt that... I thought that... blinking light went. I just completely blanked out. But I felt that they provided more for us. But I guess not. So we have the screws that hold the board down. I kind of want to remember where they go. Because remember, there's screws that hold the bottom portion down, and then there's screws that go in through the top for the top dust cover / static shield. And that continues to screw the board down even further. So an easy way to do it, if you don't remember, take a picture. It's always good. Or you can take the static shield, put it on top, see which holes you need available, and then essentially screw down any other hole that does not fit within there. So let's see. Yeah. just going to put all the screws in beforehand. Or, no, I shouldn't do that. I'll lose track. There's that, and then there's the long ones. Especially this one. The long ones, they go into the hole closest to you, not the ones furthest from you. Or closest to the rear of the console. I've made that mistake many times. This hole actually doesn't... I think it's mostly to... I don't even know if it serves a function, actually. It doesn't tie into anything or screw down into anything. So, and also, you want to keep in mind, since you are screwing down components into the motherboard, don't over tighten it. You know, you might have an issue with that. You might crack something that you're not supposed to. But yeah, so let's double check our dust shield again, make sure everything lines up. How many screws do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes left for the interior. Perfect. Actually, before I do this, I should test to see if it works. So it's much easier to test it when it's half taken apart. You have access to the dust cover. But hopefully it works. So I've got my cords handy here. This is actually a splitter for my audio. Normally, NES consoles only have mono audio settings, but with this splitter, I was able to make it into like a pseudo stereo. So I'm gonna plug that in here. Put this off to the side, which is the blinking light win. And don't get me wrong about the blinking light win. It's an awesome product. This one I mentioned before was the Kickstarter version, one of the very first. The pins were very, very tight. But from what I hear, the product now is amazing, right? You don't have to push it down. You just slide the card in, plugs in the pins. It's not too tight. And it even region unlocks, which is fantastic. Let's see. Sorry guys, I gotta get my power cord. Okay, power cord here. And if you're doing this on your own and you're not talking to a streaming audience, then it's typically a lot faster. I'm going through this pretty slow. So let's turn on the TV, my CRT, switch to the right channel as soon as it wants to come up. Video 3, switch it to NES, and we'll turn it on. So we got power here. We got power, and I have a gray screen, and that's what's gonna happen if you region unlock it with that chip. You're gonna disable it. You're gonna get a blank screen. This is not gonna blink anymore. And let me grab a game, and that way we can test it. So what game do we have here? These are actually a few games that I have for trade, Legend of Zelda Classic. So, I guess I'll use this as an example. If this was the blinking light win inside your console, all you had to do, slide it in, and if it was installed properly, it lines up with the pins. This way. No, this way. Yeah. Yeah. So it's snugged right in there, right? And then all you'd have to do is push it in and make contact with the pins, and you're set. You don't have to push it down. Whereas with the original hardware, you put it in here, push it all the way in, and then you have to push it down. And I don't know if you guys can hear that. I powered it on, and we have picture, and we have sound, which is fantastic. Okay. Plug this in. And I was right about the controller port. So the first port, which is right here, I'll move this over that way. The first port, which is right here, plugs right into the front. And then the second port goes off to the side and plugs in next to where the power connects to. It's not that big of a deal if you mix it up. You'll just have to plug in your player 1 into your player 2 port. So, looks like it's working. Okay, so with that being said, that is a successful swap of pin connectors for this NES. This is my personal NES. I'm actually trading it off to a new friend of mine. He's doing some work for me, and he needs an NES. So I'm going to be trading this to him, and hopefully get some good use out of it. The last thing you want to do is install this shield cover. Of course, don't do anything while the console is plugged in. Turn it off. Unplug everything before you work on it. It's mostly safety precaution, that sort of thing. You don't want to ruin anything. You don't want to injure yourself. So remove that. And then reinstall the shield cover. And hopefully you guys found this useful. I mean, I know it's very circumstantial in terms of replacing a blinking light win with an original pin connector. That doesn't want to line up. There we go. But the same can be said for like a traditional pin connector. So you'd remove the dust shield, remove the board from the bottom, unplug the controller ports and the power cord, and then that way you can slide or unscrew the push down the spring apparatus, and then remember it clips into the front, so you would pull out and lift up at the same time to remove that. Then you can pull out your pin connector and replace it. So you know, if it's your first time doing it, it's always important to keep things very organized, do things very slowly, and make sure that you know you're not putting things where they're not supposed to be. You're not pinching things. You're not stripping things. And what's great is, you know, if you have it taken apart, you might as well clean it, because one of the biggest enemies of this system, the NES, is dust and dirt. Really, that's the reason that blowing on a cartridge works, which is, I don't advocate. It's not good for it, technically. But if you get a whole bunch of dust in your pin connector, that's what's not going to make it work. And there's a method that I use personally to fix that, and that method is to boil the pin connectors, and I might save that for another video if you guys are willing to see it, and I can show you how to do that. But there's really nothing to it. You know, it takes maybe 15-30 minutes at most to boil a pin connector, and it's very simple. So I don't know if you want to watch me like. It's essentially watching somebody watch paint dry, you know. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. It's been very relaxing. And maybe now, since you know it's been less than an hour, if you guys are still into keeping me company, maybe I can try to stream some gameplay on the NES since I got it working again. I mean, not working again, it was working before, but since I've got it all put back together. I boil NES components and eggs. Yeah, I mean, might as well save time while you do it, you know. If you're hungry, you want some eggs, but you have a console to clean, might as well do it both at the same time. So we got that all put together. Don't forget, you can't leave it like this. You have your top cover, like so. It's just 6 screws. It just goes right on top. There's nothing special to it. Like so. Flip it upside down, and then you got 6 screws. 1 on each corner, 2 in the middles and sides. Stick them in there, screw it back in, and your console is ready to go. I think I put it in there already. Alright. So I typically like doing the corners first. And this is a console that I got for $20 from Goodwill. And I don't tighten them all down all the way at first. I just kind of do a quick tighten the 4 corners first, make sure everything's lined up. Because if you do over tighten one corner, it could crack. It could misalign the case. Something's not lining up here, so that's why you don't tighten it down all the way. So see that gap versus this side? This side's very flush. This side is not. It means something's in the way. So I'm actually going to take that back out. It's most likely those controller and those power cords. And you don't want those pinched, because if you want those pinched, they're kind of a pain to replace. I mean, not really, but it's kind of an inconvenience. Yeah, so you got those pins on the side, or not the pins, but the cords. I'm gonna try to tuck it underneath while it's upside down. I don't want it. It's upside down because the screws are in it. I don't want to lose the screws. All right, so that's better. Actually, you still see that gap. Is it just my eyes? No, that's definitely better. So both sides are the same. Now we can tighten down the screws. Stream some games. I will, as long as you all are up for it. I'm willing to stream some games. I just gotta get it set up real quick. Are there any games in particular that you'd like to see? You can go ahead and shout some out. And if you are tuning in just now, whether it be live or in the video on demand, whatever it's called, on my channel, I just replaced my blinking light win with original pin connector hardware, because I'm going to be trading this off to a new friend of mine. I would give him the Blinking Light win, but this one specifically, this Kickstarter edition, it's new technology or relatively newer technology compared to their product now. The pins are really, really tight. It's kind of a pain in the butt to put in games or remove games. So, all right, what kind of games do you guys want to see? Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, if you're just tuning in now, that's what I did. If that's all you wanted to see, I'm basically done. And I'm going to be moving on to trying to play some games on stream for you guys. So, if that's all you wanted to see, me swap a pin connector, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Appreciate your views. But if you're sticking around for some awesome gameplay, then just sit tight and we'll get that going for you. Okay, we're all done. So all I needed was one Phillips, essentially. So if you can find one Phillips screwdriver that fits these screws underneath your NES, then you're ready to take apart your whole NES, essentially, which is awesome. And that's it. So I'll be removing this sticker, unless my buddy wants it. I'm going to be removing this, because you do have to push down now, because I removed the blinking light. And that is how you remove your blinking light win from your NES and reinstall the original NES 72-pin connector with its push-down little thingy, I guess. But you can definitely use this video as a reference to how to remove things in general, how to replace your current 72-pin connector, and or you can play in reverse and you can figure out how to install Blinking Light Win. So thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and get set up for some games. Please, if there's a game, NES game, I'm going to be doing NES since we worked on it tonight. But please make a suggestion for an NES game I should play. Hey, how's it going? How you doing tonight? Okay. So first off, what I want to do, I don't have to provide commentary for everything, but I'm going to clean up my workstation, and that way I don't have things all over the place for playing. So yeah, and since we're going to be doing a little bit of gameplay, like I said, feel free to actually point the camera back up at me. Feel free to make a suggestion of what game I should play. I have that good old wall of games. We're trying to focus on NES, and we'll see what game I end up playing. So oh yeah, so I wanted to mention tomorrow, I'm actually, not tomorrow, I should say May 26th. Exciting news. It is the global test punch for Nintendo Switch. And what that means is, if you haven't yet, you can download the ARMS demo. It's Nintendo's new IP. You can download the ARMS demo on the Nintendo Switch. You can do it tonight. You can do it right now. But you cannot play it yet. So they're only opening up the demo for certain play times. You can look it up online. I don't know what it is exactly off the top of my head. All I know is it starts tomorrow for the US. And it starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're watching on on the East Coast, it's going to be at 8 o'clock. But you can get on your Switch. You can download the demo. And at that point, you can test out ARMS and see how you like it. It's an awesome fighting game. It supports the Joy-Cons, the Pro Controller, a tablet mode, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. You know, it's fighting. It really reminds me, the way it looks, it reminds me of Punch-Out. So I wouldn't be surprised if somehow they incorporated Little Mac into this new game. So that's exciting news for tomorrow. Also, or not exciting news for tomorrow. I mean, right now tomorrow, but May 26th. Also, May 27th is the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo up in Vancouver, BC, so Canada. And during this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to be making my way up to Vancouver, BC, to attend the one-day convention, the expo for Vancouver's retro gaming community. I heard from a friend of mine that they have a lot of imports, like Famicom stuff, Super Famicom stuff, and that's kind of what I'm into right now. So I'm definitely excited. I'm going to make the trip up. I'm going to see if I can't meet up with some people, network, meet some new people, and get a few games out of it. So, I mean, I haven't been picking up much, but it'll be exciting. So, okay, we got the toolbox. Let's put that away, and then we'll hook up the system once again. To play on TV. And I'll actually show you this here. If you can't see it, excuse my messy room right now. This is not how I like to see it. But we have the NES hooked up to this, which is hooked up to a splitter, which are over here. Each of these signals are split. One of those signals are going into my TV, and the other one is actually going into this Elgato Game Capture HD. The reason I do this is because if I were to plug my system directly into the Elgato, I would have to watch the gameplay and play the gameplay on my computer monitor. And there is a bit of a lag when it comes to, I don't know about modern systems, but at least retro systems that aren't using HDMI, there's a lag. So it makes it very difficult for you to play, and especially provide commentary in that sense. So that's what I've got going on here. Plug in the controller. And also, if you can't see, we were able to find this at the thrift store the other day. Exciting. It's kind of like a mini pickup video right now. This is a sleeping bag, a Nintendo sleeping bag for Super Mario Bros. From 1988. I tried my best for you to see it all. It says Nintendo. It almost looks like a Chinese knockoff, but I guess it's legit. So, super cool. It's $5. Super excited to have it. So, all right. So far, we don't have anybody suggesting any games. So, what is a game suggestion? Okay.
Who's watching?
We've got 3 people on stream right now. I'm sure some of you guys have an idea of what to play. Let's see if I can edit this. How far are we into it? About an hour? Okay. So I've got games like Mega Man, I've got Super Mario Bros, Tetris, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's see what we got. Maybe something I can't bore you with. This is like the quintessential problem of any game collector. We have all these games, and we just cannot decide which game to play. It's a tough one. What do I feel like playing? Maybe some Famicom. We can play some Famicom, which would be fun. Let's do that. So let's play some Famicom. Actually, I got one of these games recently came in for Famicom. It is Parodius. This is made by Konami. It's a Gradius type game, and essentially takes multiple characters from Konami games and puts them into a shoot 'em up. So let's see if we can't play it, and hopefully it won't lag on you guys. I know it's a little bit of a faster game, but we'll play it. So we got this here. This does not play directly into your NTSC U NES. This has 60 pins, whereas yours has 72. So what you need is one of these. This is a honeybee adapter. You don't need this one specifically. They have like no-name ones. It is a 60 pin on top, 72 on the bottom. And that way you can play Famicom games on your US NES. I think you can get them on eBay for like $30. So you plug it in upside down, like so. And then it goes into the system upside down. And then push it down. And we have sound. So let's see if I can't switch this to something you guys can see. All right, can you guys still there? You guys still seeing the signal? Okay. In the meantime, while I try to get this set up, what are you guys playing right now? Are you guys playing anything? Well, that wasn't right. Alright. Okay. You went to the kitchen for a garbage bag and you ended up getting Cheetos. I think you made the right decision. My game device is connected. It's been so long since I've used this capture. I should have checked to make sure this worked before. Oh well. If you guys are... Maybe if I turn it off first. Connect my game capture. This is kind of the kind of behind the scenes action that you don't normally get with my other videos. So this is the kind of thing that I have to deal with. Deactivate, activate, configure video. Let's turn this back on. We got no signal. Oh, it might be the red one. Oh, there we go. We got video. Wait, what happened to the video? Come on, Elgato, don't fail me now. Awesome. Now that we have things kind of working, we can go ahead and get to playing this game. So I don't know. Can you guys hear the audio for it? I mean, hopefully it's okay. Looks like the audio is coming in. But just let me know if you need me to turn it down. But other than that, we've got it working, and I'm gonna start playing. So I'm excited. Let's see. Move this cool sleeping bag that I got. Bring up this chair. Get a little relaxed. Camera so you can see my mug while I play this game. Adjust the mic a bit. Hopefully you can hear me just a tad bit better. Yeah, and we're gonna play this game. So if you're just joining, I know there's a long gap. Sorry guys. In terms of setting up the stream, I probably should have had like some sort of thing ready for that kind of intermission. But finally got it working, and now we can start playing Parodius. So Parodius is a Konami game, and it is... I'll figure out the resolution later. It looks a little skewed, but whatever. Parodius is a parody of Gradius, and it has a bunch of Konami characters in it. As you can see, it was released in 1990, and you can play it, and I'll show you here. So we have I forgot what his name was. His character in Gradius. We have this little octopus. We have Twinbee, and we have Pen, who's a penguin. Don't know what game he's from, but let's see which one I should play. Twinbee is fine. Let's go with that. And I should disclose to you that I am not very good at this game whatsoever. I'm very bad at shoot 'em ups, but I like them a lot. So we're gonna go with the manual power up. Let's go with normal, and hopefully I don't mess up too bad. So yeah, I mean, this is it. You got all the different power-ups below. Go with rocket here. Oh no! I'm off to a bad start. Okay. I promise you we'll get through the first level. That's like my goal. Like, I'm not very good at this game. All I want to do is get through the first level. Maybe I'll increase the speed first. Increase the speed again. We'll see where that takes us. Those are your points. I'm telling you, man. What's up? Who is this? Castlemania? How you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. Very uneventful stream. What I was doing was cleaning up some, or not cleaning, but I was swapping out my NES pin connector, and I was able to do that. And now we're playing some Parodius, and I'm doing very bad, as you can tell. But I don't know. I haven't played this version before. I've only played the Super Famicom versions. I just recently got it, but I'm just testing out. I'm enjoying it, that sort of thing. So thanks again, Castlemania, for joining the stream. I've heard of your products before in your site. Jump over from Instagram. Awesome, that's great, man. I love seeing other profiles, people that I follow me, joining in on what I enjoy doing. So maybe I'll go with Twinbee. I'll go with easy this time because I'm not very good at this game. And that's kind of one of the things that... Wait, I was Twinbee last time. My mind's all over the place. But yeah, fan of your product, your site. I actually heard of you first from John Riggs from Rigged Games, and that's what prompted me to go and follow your Instagram page. So, alright, let's do this. Let's do a bunch of speed upgrades. That way I can get away from things if they're starting to chase me. Rocket. Okay, now we're... That was just like the warm-up level. Like, this is finally the real game. So... And it's a very fun game. You know, it's very colorful, the music's very great. You see, it's made by Konami, you see a lot of characters, Konami characters in it. So like right now, it's Gradius style, but I'm playing as Twin B, you know. So Twin B is traditionally more of a... Oh, there's the lag. There's too many sprites on board. Traditionally like a top-down vertical scrolling shooter. I need the option, that's what I want. So, got that, we got the three-way, but I'm trying to get to the option. The option, what the option does, if you guys aren't familiar with the Gradius franchise, is gives you like a little extra dude to shoot enemies with. So take out that treasure chest, take out these guys, and it's lagging a lot for me, just so you guys know. Oh no! So when you get random and you end up on that exclamation point and question mark, you actually lose all your upgrades, your power-ups, which is too bad. It's kind of like a roulette type of thing. First level boss, I should say, and this is actually a character that you find in other Parodius games. I don't know if I should be shooting other things or... Nothing that's giving me a cue that I'm actually doing damage. So if you guys know, I think that's it. What game is this? So Castlevania, this is Parodius for the Famicom. So I'm playing on the NES that I ended up swapping out the pin connector on, so that's why we're playing quote-unquote NES game. Something, I feel like something's wrong with my Trinitron. Yeah, shoot the belly button. But it's Parodius, it's made by Konami, so if you played a Gradius game, you've essentially played a Parodius game. It's just a parody of all Konami games, so if you're playing this game, it's in Gradius style, but you're able to play as multiple traditional legacy Konami characters. So some of them you can play as like Kid Dracula. I'm playing as Twin B right now. You can play as I forgot, a Big Viper, which is the original one from Gradius. I remember its name now. Pen, which is the penguin, and just a bunch of other ones. I think one of the last installments for the Super Famicom, at the very least, had like close to 20 characters that you could play from Konami games. So, oh, I thought I had the option. Oh well. Speed upgrade. Boy. Oh, that was close. I mean, the only problem with these games is the fact that, like, there's a lot of sprites on at once, there's a lot of things going on, people shooting bullets, so on and so forth, and it lags occasionally, so I got that clown. And let me know how the volume is. I can't hear how loud the game is versus my voice in the stream. So, yeah. Let me know if it's okay. So right now, if you're looking at my bottom portion of my power-ups bar, it's going crazy. And that's because I got like a roulette power-up. Hopefully I end up on the right one. So, speed. So I got speed upgrade. It's fine. But as you can see, it gets pretty crazy. This is only the second level. There's lots of things that you can do with it. So. And I'm really surprised that I'm doing this well. So. I bet you anything I'm gonna die in like the next 5 minutes because I said that. See, so like, as you can see, it gets way smoother because, you know, there's less things on screen. Watch out for those things, because they chase you. And I think we might be at the boss. So, what I really want to get is what's called the option. And the option gives me essentially a second twin bee that I can shoot things with. And this is probably the bane of my existence when it comes to Parodius. I always die here because you have to do this type of thing. And of course I died. In between the legs. You kind of have to like thread her legs for it. So. And what's cool is when you die, they give you an automatic upgrade, so you can use it for speed automatically. I'm gonna get these guys here first so they don't chase me. And I'll get to your questions and your comments in just a bit. I'm a little focused here. I'll probably game over here. Just because I'm not that confident in my ability to do this. In other iterations of this game, Parodius, like Parodius Da, they introduced that character, that boss. It's a reoccurring thing a little bit later, so you can make it further into the game before you encounter that. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's saying, like, oh, that's super easy, but I've always had trouble with it, and that's game over. So that's Parodius. Awesome game. Let's see what we got for some people here. Music's too loud. Okay, awesome. Thank you for telling me, actually. Let's do this. Maybe that's a little bit better? That's like almost half down. Oh yeah, so AJ, that's exactly a good way to put it. It's a cute 'em up. That's a term that I was recently introduced to. I didn't know that was a thing. But that's the perfect way to put it. It's a cute 'em up. It's a shoot 'em up. That's cute. It's made by Konami. There's lots of Konami characters in it, and hopefully the volume's better. Please let me know. So, and Calcimania, since you've jumped in a bit low now, okay. Maybe that. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Okay. A little less. Okay. We got someone saying a little less. We got someone saying a little. That's good. I'll try to go a little bit lower. I mean, I think that's the best I mean, I'm not right in front of the mic right now, too. So my voice will probably get a little bit louder in the sense. So if you guys, unless you guys want to see me play a different game, I'm probably going to continue playing Parodius. Oh yeah, a little less? Okay. I mean, I'd rather have you guys hear me talking because I'd like to engage with you guys. No, I had it. Okay. Man. Okay. This time it's gonna happen. This time it's gonna happen. Was it up more or down more? I don't remember. Let me know. Get off that. It was up. Okay. Maybe there? Does that sound familiar? This is... I'm gonna wait until somebody says it's good. Right here. Yeah, welcome to my stream. If you're just joining in, I'm doing volume adjustments. So stay tuned for some very exciting ups and downs of my stream. Okay, so I think that's good. But right now we're playing Parodius. I should update that to Parodius on my stream. Right. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I mean we're playing Parodius. If you guys want to see me play a different game, I'm down to play a different game. Just let me know. But I'll choose the octopus this time. I'm not set on playing this game. I'm just kind of testing out the NES that I worked on today. I'm playing on easy because I'm really bad at shoot 'em ups. But I would play Castlevania in honor of the new trailer being released for Netflix. So if you guys haven't heard, Netflix is doing an animated Castlevania show, and it's gonna be pretty gory apparently. So I'm super excited about that. I would play Castlevania for the stream, but I played Castlevania. My last playthrough on like a quote-unquote let's play was Castlevania, which isn't very good. So don't expect much if you check that out. But that's the only reason why I'm avoiding Castlevania in the sense of this stream. So what state am I in? I'm in Washington State. So same state as John Riggs from Rigged Games. We are a bit far away from each other though, but we're still in the same state. I actually saw him recently. But yeah, if you guys have a game in mind that you'd like to see me watch me play instead, please let me know. I'm not fixed on this game at all. This is just something to play and talk about. It's kind of an easy game to talk and play at the same time. I don't really have to focus too much on it. So Washington State, never heard it. Oh, you're in Monroe. I didn't know you were that close. That's great. So actually not too far away from me. So I'm close by Boeing. Everett. But I'm technically in Mukilteo. Options. So I got a little octopus buddy now. And the 8-bit style is probably makes this game a little bit harder. Because the colors tend to blend in with each other. I got 2 options now. And because of the amount of sprites I have, it's lagging like crazy. So nice. See you at Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. I might go to Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. It hasn't been my favorite out of all the ones I've been to. I haven't been down to Portland. I've only been to like Cowlitz and stuff. But up until this year, Seattle Retro was the only one that I had been to. And it was okay. Or it's okay, you know. I'd really like seeing more individual vendors instead of stores. Seattle Retro Gaming has a lot of store-based vendors, which is not a bad thing, but I do like making deals with people. And a lot of those stores, they don't really cut you deals, or trades, so to speak. But I don't know if you were here when I mentioned it. I am making my way to Vancouver this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, because on May 27th is Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo. I haven't been there, but I want to think it's a little bit bigger than Seattle. So we'll see how it goes. It'll be my first time going there. So if you have a chance, definitely check it out. It's $25 to pre-register, I think, and it's still open. John Hancock's going to be there, the immortal John Hancock. Woodhawker is going to be there. A few other people are going to be there. There's going to be a lot of live bands, live music. So if you like that, you can check that out. It's only on for one day, though. So just Saturday, just May 27th. And this is why I like the option, because I got, look at all this, what is it, octopuses or octopi? I got all these little buddies of mine, you know, shooting up this penguin. And only in Parodius can you do this. So. Oh yeah, no, not Vancouver, Washington, I'm sorry, Vancouver, BC. I should have clarified that. I clarified that before, but Vancouver, BC. So, I mean, it's technically a little bit closer for you, since you're in Monroe, to make it up to BC. It's just a matter of finding a place to stay, so. So the next thing I'm going to try to get is the O-Trap, which is the far right. Unless I want another option, but I think O-Trap would be better. I think it's the shield. I think that one's the shield. I don't want this, the exclamation point, which gives you the roulette. So, O-Trap. Yeah, so that's essentially a shield. And I didn't get into Gradius until recently. So this is kind of a new interest of mine. And I'm getting better at it, but you know, it's definitely a lot of fun. One of my new favorite shoot 'em ups. I used to be a very big Gradius guy. Not Gradius. I'm sorry, Darius. Like Darius Twin, Supernova, G Darius. Darius Burst just came out, which I'm excited for. I haven't played that yet, but it's Limited Run Games did a physical print of it, so I'm super excited about that. I just gotta find time to get off the NES and onto my PS4. Oh no. Oh shoot, I lost everything. I was trying to go for that blank one, because once you get the blank one, you don't really lose anything, but... Yeah, yeah. I mean, AJ got it right. It's in BC. Oh, you're gonna be vending at Seattle Retro Gaming. That's great. Uh, in that case, I'll definitely have to check you out. Because usually I see stores like Another Castle. I see Super Smash Games, Hypersonic Toys. Sometimes
Game over.
Game Over video games. Yeah, uh, but it'll be definitely something to see. You know, when there's more individual businesses, smaller businesses there. Not to say you're like a small business or anything, but businesses that aren't just chain video game stores. So I know that Riggs. Yeah, I know that Riggs. Has mentioned you in his videos before, and I really trust the products that he endorses, essentially. So I'll try to make my way to Seattle if it fits within my schedule, and I'll definitely have to meet you in person, check out what you have, and that way I don't have to order off your site. I can just do it in person. So. And if you guys are seeing the game lag, don't worry about that. The game's lagging for me too. It's mostly because the game itself can't support it. There's too many sprites on it, and it's the frame rate drops. Same thing happens with like other Gradius games. Same thing happens with like Castlevania 4. I know that happened on Super Nintendo, especially like going against the Hydra. Like it just got too crazy and it just completely lagged. So I mean, this is my last life. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna game over now. Did you guys want to keep watching me play? I'm so slow, I need an upgrade. Keep watching me play Parodius, or are you trying to see something else? We got Mario Bros. We got other games I'm bad at. We have puzzle games, Kickle Cubicle, Metal Storm, which is pretty cool actually. I should like upload a list so you guys can see. But Donkey Kong Jr. Math, I actually got that recently. If you guys want a math lesson. Oh, I'm dead. Metal Storm. We got one vote for Metal Storm. Is there a second? I don't know how I made it through that. Like, honestly. Oof. That was close too. And so we meet again. We meet this the leggy lady. I guess I'll do this because I have no other option. Okay, here we go. Got that. Okay, there we go. I think this is more of a time thing. I don't really know. I hope it's a time thing. I just gotta survive a certain amount of time. I don't know if my shots are actually doing anything to her. And what's funny about this, if you haven't played the other Parodius games, she's actually more scantily clad in the other versions. So she's wearing like just a bikini. So don't play it around your kids. Or if you do, be prepared to explain while you're shooting bullets at... Oh, your girlfriend, yeah. At some sort of, I don't know, stripper, call girl, burlesque dancer. So. Am I supposed to be shooting her head? Like, does anybody know? I feel like I'm supposed to know, but I don't know. And that's it. That's game over for me. Okay. So... we have game over. Okay, so we have 1 vote for Donkey Kong Jr. Math, which I'm not excited for. Castlevania Games, do you have... if you're still there, do you have a vote for either of the two? Or we have 2 other viewers as well. If let's try to get a vote going of some sort. Because if not, we're caught between Metal Storm and Donkey Kong Jr. Math, and we might just flip a coin for that. So, let's find out. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So that's 3 choices. Okay. Let's see. Are you like really good at Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Is that why you want to assess my skills at Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Okay, so Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Or Contra. Is that with or without the Contra code, the Konami code? Because I know I'm pretty bad at Contra, so just the go-to. Okay, so Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is your go-to. Let's I don't know, I kind of like Punch-Out. I mean, I'm sorry, AJ. We're gonna go with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. That's a good suggestion. Only because I feel like it's timely enough. We have ARMS, the Global Test Punch, coming out tomorrow, which is May 26th. For the first time in the U.S. at 5 p.m. Pacific. So if you have a Switch, if you haven't downloaded the demo, definitely go download it at 5 p.m. PST. You're going to be able to play and test out the game. So, oh come on, Donkey Kong needs to teach calculus. No, we're not doing calculus. I was actually really bad at calculus in high school. But that's a different story. So we have Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Hooray! And if you're watching Nintendo of America, you should consider me as an ambassador for your brand, because I'm all about Nintendo, and I just gave you guys a nice little plug regarding your Global Test Punch. So think about it. Okay, so we have Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Again, if you're a new viewer, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We're just streaming some games, nothing too serious, no goals, some casual play. I will disclaim right now, I'm very bad at these games, but I enjoy them so much. I just never got the practice as a kid. You know, I played them a decent amount, but I was kind of a second player type of kid. But hopefully, this is enough to keep you entertained. So, oh, is that the code? Did you just provide me the code for Mike Tyson? Because if you did, okay. Advanced Trig with Donkey Kong Jr. Juicy J, if you really want a math lesson, I don't know if this is the best channel to visit, you know. Plugged to Nintendo, also plugged to Mike Tyson for new season of his animated show on Adult Swim, Mike Tyson's Mysteries. But I haven't seen that show. I don't know if it's any good. But if Mike Tyson wants to give me a shout out, I'm all for it. If he wants to come on the show, I'm all for it. I don't know why I'd trust Mike Tyson to just visit me in my house. If he wants to bring me out like to his mansion and then like play NES games with his tiger or something, I'm all down for it. I'm cool, you know. I'm down for it. So all right, so let's do this. The pass key is 0 0. What is it? 0. Oh man, I'm not used to 0 0. Okay, I'm having some difficulty with this.
That's why you're not doing Dr. Kong Jr. math.
Yeah. I can't even put numbers on the screen. This is why I'm not playing Donkey Kong Jr. math. My fiance got it right. Okay, so what's the next number? 3. 3 7 3 5 9 6 3. Oops. 9 6 3. And before I push this and before I start this, I should again, another disclaimer. This might get a little messy. Like, this is not going to be a pretty sight. I'm going to get pummeled by Mike Tyson. Oh man, the code resets. I didn't even know that happened. Okay, 0. Great. Welcome to DigiDestined Streams, entering codes and not being able to complete the codes. Alright, 373. But this is going to be a bloodbath. This is not going to be a pretty sight. I'm not going to last 30 seconds even. 5 9 6 3. And with that, let's get going. So keep it clean, come out boxing. Here we go. I mean, with that code, I automatically get all of those titles. I got World, Major, and Minor title holder. So I got that going for me, at least. Okay. So I know for a fact, in theory, that it mostly has to do with his winks. If I get hit by him once, I'm dead. So. And that's it. That's it right there. I get hit. I dodged one of them, so that's something. What is that, 3 seconds in? 3 seconds in? Is this going to be a world record of how short it is? It's a couple punches. And that's the third one. That's the TKO, right? Yeah. I did get like 3 punches in. So that's 3. That's actually better than I thought I would do. So... Mike Tyson, I would never beat you. So, alright. So, let's give that another try. And, we'll see if I can make it with a couple more punches. So, if you're keeping track, let's go with how many punches can I land on Mike Tyson before I TKO. Was it 6-3? Okay. Alright, place your bets right now. How many punches can I get on Mike Tyson before I TKO? My guess is like 3. So. Even though I have control over that, but... Oh, that's that's one. Okay. Oh, that's two. I haven't gotten any punches on him, so this has got to be... This is gonna be it. I think Castlemania Games came in with 6. Your expectations are way too high. I got 0. Like, erase that little stem. It's not 6, it's 0. So, oh man. Start training, make a comeback. So, it's funny that my first time facing Mike Tyson was my best. So let's try this one more time. I'm determined at this point. And I'm gonna like memorize this code. This is okay. All right. Let's give Glass Joe a run for his money. Okay, one more time with Mike I keep saying Mike Tyson. I don't know why. Maybe it's like M. Bison, like Street Fighter, because Street Fighter's on my mind. It's coming out tomorrow. Ultra Street Fighter 4, or 2, I mean. Ooh. Yeah, I think I got like 4 punches in, so... That's something. This is gonna be a world record. I've gotten like 6 punches on Mike Tyson. Oh man, that's it. Did anybody keep track? I want to say 10. Did I do it? That was actually really good. I expected... It's 8. 9. Oh, I was so close. Okay. That's okay. 9 is a lot better than my last run, which was 0. 10 points per punch. Oh, good eye. I never really paid attention to points in games. I just kind of played them. Let's go with Glass Joe. I'm going to be real embarrassed if I lose to Glass Joe. I don't know if you guys watch Game Grumps, but I really enjoy Game Grumps from time to time. I watched back when JonTron was on the show with Eagle Raptor. And I went to a Game Grumps live performance once, and they actually played Punch-Out. But the guy had to do it blindfolded. Lost track, you're killing it. Thanks, man. I don't know about killing it, but I was definitely doing work compared to normal. Oh man, walked right into that. How do you do the star punches? I forgot. I should have knocked him out by now, but I still got to remember how to play this game. Start. That's what I thought it was. I was pushing select. So I was like, there's no way it could be start. Start's always pause. So. Oop, lost my star. It doesn't matter. It's game over. Oh, he got up. Great, okay. There we go. That's the star punch. Thank you, Castlevania Games. Pro tip: push start for your for your star punch. Take that, man. That should be it. Awesome. Hold select between rounds to regain health. Oh man, Castlevania Games come through with all the pro tips. Actually, playing NES games, I didn't really know any of this stuff. I just kind of played through how I thought you would play the game. So it's carried with me up until now, ever since the NES came out. And so there's a lot of things that I don't know about games. So I love learning new things. So who's this, like Von Kaiser? Is that his name? And if you're just joining, I don't know if we got any new viewers, but if you're just joining, I'm playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out per Castlevania Games request. And I'm just running through the titles. I'm not very good at this game. I'm playing it, I don't know. I'm just playing it casually. So far, I've gone through 2 people in the minor circuit. I'm on the title belt, and we'll see how that goes. So, Piston Honda. I forgot what his thing was. Does he blink or something? Oh, his eyebrows move when he's ready to punch. I think that's it. So, here we go. And I don't know if you guys have played the Wii version. The Wii version is actually a lot of fun. Super Punch-Out I liked as well, but I'm not very good at it. Like I can't get the patterns down. It's really fast in my opinion. So hopefully I can finish this round with getting him. So, oop, went to that. Oop, that's close. And I think that's it. That's 3, right? I think that was 3. There we go. So I'm the minor circuit champion? Is that what it's called? I've got the title belt for minor circuit. So yeah, we have a new champion in His name is DigiDestin. Moving on to what was it, the major circuit. And I don't know if I've ever made it through the major circuit, to be honest. I know I have a lot of games. I play a lot of games. I'm just not very good at them, you know. So I can't expect that. You can't expect me to do very well. Don Flamenco. So, what was his thing? How do you tell when he's about to punch? Does he dance or something? I might just be able to muscle through this. Oh, is that the best strategy? Alternate left and right on this? My controller's not really... I kinda have to spam it. There we go. Right, left, and over. You said you weren't an expert on this. I don't know about that. Seems like you know this game pretty well. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Is it getting bolder? Is Don Flamenco getting bolder with my punches? Oh, I forgot to hold select. I'm such a newbie. Oh man, it's real easy. And as Castlemania's advice, if you keep it up, you can go until he's down. But I won't be needing that because I somehow found a way to get him down once more. So, thank you to Castlemania Games for the pro tips. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Not bad. So I have a new Punch-Out coach. Castlemania Games is my Punch-Out coach. King Hippo. I remember there's a lot of gut punches in this one, if I recall correctly. So. No. No. Nope. I think it's when he lifts his right hand. Okay. Oh, it's when he does that punch, I think. Nope. 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 I'll probably lose this one by decision. When his mouth opens, hit. Oh. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Big mouth, come on. Oh, I guess I should be reading. I mentioned before that I don't really keep tabs on points and like text. I probably should be doing that. That's a pretty big clue. Now that I know, thanks to Castlevania Games. Hit with an uppercut. Okay. Oh! He came out swinging. Okay, oh, there we go. I see now. Oh, I should have done that. There we go. What would I do without Castlevania Games? I would lose this game. That's essentially what would happen. And I think that's it, right? You only have to KO him once, or knock him down once. Yeah, awesome. Props to Castlevania Games. If he did not come through and visit the stream, I would be probably done with this game. So you'd be playing Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Man, Juicy J is really set on me playing Donkey Kong Jr. Math. So maybe as soon. How long are we into the stream? 2 hours. I'll probably cut this stream pretty short now, or not pretty short, but pretty soon. Just because I got a trip that I have to make tomorrow. But
I'll just play like 10 minutes worth of.
Okay, yeah.
Junior Math for AJ.
I'll play a little bit of Donkey Kong Jr. Math before I leave. So this one, something about the jewel flashing, I think. So. Oh. I'm starting to get the pattern on this one. Not as quickly as I hoped, but... Oh, nope. I'm trying to anticipate the jewel. How are you even supposed to dodge that? I mean, I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure Castlevania knows. Okay. That's fine. Oh. That was a bad round. This one's all pattern. Yeah, I figured. I'm kind of busted up right now. You can see I'm kind of looking like Sloth from the Goonies. So... Okay. Down to block. Is that how you block his little teleportation thing? Oh, you just gotta keep doing it. I see. Awesome. Oof. Man, I lost it. Oh, reaction time's too slow. I think that's it for me. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I did I did a lot better than I thought it would. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. But thank you to Castlevania Games for providing the pro tips, or not the pro tips, the tips that I should know, the common sense tips, play style tips. I don't know what it's called. Now I know how to play Punch-Out better than I did before. So I'm going to be practicing. Hopefully one day I'll be able to beat Mike Tyson. I remember that code. It was 007-373-5963. So if any of the viewers want to play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and go automatically to Mike Tyson, thanks to Castlevania Games on this stream, you can go directly to him and get your butt kicked. I got a total of 9 punches. That's my record. So hopefully you guys can get more. And if you did, please let me know. Comment on Instagram or this video if you can. And show me up. So that being said, that was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. There's one more request for a game. It was made by Juicy J, who's tuning in right now. And it's going to be Donkey Kong Jr. Math. There's a couple game types, but just like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, I'm not very good at it. But we'll see what we can do. So we have, well, thanks Castlevania Games. He said I did great, and that's mostly because of his tips and his advice. But next game we're gonna play, last game of the night before I call it a night before I retire, is Donkey Kong Jr. Math. So it's basically Donkey Kong Jr., but there's a bit of math. I don't know, a feature of math in it. So when you're climbing vines and ladders and stuff, just look at the label here. You're adding, dividing, multiplying, that sort of thing. So take out Mike Tyson, put in Donkey Kong Jr. Math. And I do want to give a quick shout out to a buddy of mine, Paul Tessie. His name's Mega Retro Man. You can find his YouTube channel just by searching Mega Retro Man. He's got a handful of Guinness World Records of video games, which is insane. He's got like Bucky O'Hare off the top of my head. I know that for sure. I think he's got one for, I don't know if he has one for NWC, Nintendo World Championships. He might have one for Campus Challenge. I don't know. But he's constantly striving to beat world records. And he's currently on a project to beat all of the Super Nintendo games ever. So he's got a lot of gameplay. He's really good at what he does, and a super nice guy. But he sold this game to me recently, and just because it's one of the games that I'm not very good at. It's not too fun, but it's a game I wanted for my collection just to complete the Donkey Kong set. So Juicy J is going to try to play along in chat. So that was your angle this whole time. You wanted to play Donkey Kong Jr. Math, and you didn't want to watch me play it. I got my graphing calculator and my sheet of equations. Okay. Time to play some Donkey Kong Jr. Math. So in this game, I'm going to reset it. There's a couple game types. There's calculate A, calculate B, and then basic math exercise. Let's go with calculate A. So I'm going against the second player, and we want to get up to 60, which is in the center there. So best way of getting up to 60, I can imagine 5. Maybe we can do 57 here. Oh, I can't do 57. Okay, that's okay. We'll go 5 times 9. It's 45. And we need 15 more, so we'll do like plus 8 plus 7. How's that sound? Is the other two player not working? It's not. Alright. But now looking at it, I don't think I'll be able to. 81. Do you have a 9 times 9 here? Oh, I got 3. Great. 3 times 9 is 27. Multiply it by... Is there 2? Yeah, we can do 2. Be safe. I have a feeling that I was supposed to be playing against something else. Plus... Let's go with 7. There's not really any stakes in this right now. We do want to add. So we're going in here. I just need, what, 20 more? And you can probably tell how this is a pretty fun two-player game. You're, trying to get each other's symbols, trying to get each other's numbers. So we got 3 left. I just need to add 3. And after this, I'm gonna try to figure out why the other person's not playing. Okay, calculate B. Is this what I want to do? No, this is much harder. Let's go with the exercise, I guess. This is a good one-player thing. So what do we want to practice? We have division, multiplication, we have subtraction, addition, and then some more basic stuff. So, which one should we do? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 through 9. Go ahead and pick a number. And we'll... Division. There's only one division. Okay. We'll go with that then. Since AJ wanted this, Juicy J. So we have 5 divided by 26. Alright, you have your calculator. What is it? And for those of you tuning in that are not in the chat, or if you're seeing this on video on demand, we have Juicy J in the chat, in the stream. He's always a welcome person, and he was very adamant on me playing Donkey Kong Jr. Math for the last game of the night. So we are playing Donkey Kong Jr. Math, and he's got his calculator, his graphing calculator, and his graph paper, and his sheet of equations, and he's going to be helping me do some math. So 5 remainder of 1. So let's see. We're at 5. 5 times 5 is over here, 25. Right, with the remainder of 1. Okay, so we have 1 divided by 52. Isn't it 52? So the way you play this is you want to line it up. We're going to do long division. So 1 goes into 5 how many times? 5 times. Multiply the 5 by the 1. And that brings it down underneath the number. Oh no, wait, here. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be 5. Great. And then now, it's 1 goes into 2 how many times? Oh wait, just kidding, this is...
Are you struggling?
I forgot long division. So we're doing this number, so 5, it's 0. Isn't it?
AJ may be helping you.
No, it's 2. It's 2. I'm sorry. Now I'm remembering long division. So 2. Now 1 goes into 2 how many times? And it's 2, of course. Do that. It makes you go through the whole process. 2, And that's 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. And we have 52. That's our answer. So, thank you for joining basic math, basic long division skills with Dan. DigiDestan. And let's do this. So 4 goes into 23 how many times? Okay, so 23 goes into not 6 times, but 5 times, which is 20. So let's go with 5. 2, 0. We're going back down here with the remainder of 3. So 5 remainder 3. How fun is this, guys? We're doing math. 5 divided by 45. I know for a fact that it's not 9, because 5 times 9 is 45. So we're going to go 8 times here. And then we're going to be down at 40. Should I be doing this like Dora the Explorer style? Okay. 40. With a remainder of... Can anybody guess it? You're right, it's 4. Oh, I should stream Math Blaster. You know what? I actually love Math Blaster. I have a complete in-box copy, a big box copy of Math Blaster that I used to play as a kid. It was in first grade, and I actually made a character that was based off one of the characters, and I wrote stories about him in class. And I wrote stories and drew him so much that my teacher actually grew concerned about, I don't know, my sanity. You know, how sane I actually was because of how much I, obsessed over this character. I didn't obsess over it, but they had to have a conference with my parents, which concerned my parents because they thought I actually did something bad. But instead, I was just drawing and
imagining
and writing stories and stuff and being creative. And apparently, my teacher didn't want that. So, okay, 55 divided by 7. 7 goes into 55 how many times? So 56 is, what is it, 8? So it's not 8, so it's got to be 7. 7. And then 7 times 7 is, if I recall correctly, 49? I want to say. Is this right? 7 times 7, is that 49? Alright, have a good night, Castlemania. Thank you again for joining in on the stream. I'm going to be trying to do a little bit more of this type of stuff, either this or recording it and uploading it to my YouTube, so definitely check that out. I'm going to try to make it out to Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. If you guys need gaming supplies, I think that's what Castlemania deals in. I think they have Retro Fighters controllers. So modern controllers for your retro systems. I know that for sure. But definitely check him out. Check out his Instagram. Check out his website. All that fun stuff. Well, have a good night, Castlemania Games. We'll check you on the next one. All right. Yeah, AJ's giving me the answers right now because he wants me to get along with this, but I was just giving a shout out to Castlemania. So let's see, and that is 6. Boom, and that's level 5 all finished. All right, so we have a lot more going on here. 43 divided by 3. So 3 goes into 4 how many times? 1. That's 3. And then this is a 1. Bring the 3 down. This is actually very helpful. I'll be honest. I was kind of joking about it before, but this is actually pretty fun. So 3 times 4 is 12. Like, I haven't done long division in the longest time. And it's finally coming back to me. And this is something I'm kind of enjoying now. So, all right. So 2 goes into 6 how many times? 3, of course. That's 6. 6, 3, 6, and 0. That's level 7. Is this everything that you wanted, Juicy J? Is this what you wanted to watch me play on my stream? 8 goes into 31 how many times? 3 times, I think. Yeah. 3 times. So we got 24 and 7. Remainder 7. I'm gonna be real embarrassed if like my basic math skills are off. You know, if I mess up on this, because I don't know. I graduated college, like, and this is a kid's game with basic division, basic multiplication, math, and subtraction. And I spent money on my education. I shouldn't fail at this game. But if I do, it's going to be real embarrassing. And it's going to be caught all on film. And this is done live, so I can't cut it post-production. So, okay, 1, 4. Oh, that's close. Then we got 3. Then we got 1. And 4 goes into 31 how many times? 28 is 7, right? Yeah. And remainder of 3. Oh wait, what? Did I do it wrong? Wait, I don't understand. Did I do this wrong? Oh, did I answer 2 instead of 3? There we go. Phew, I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was actually like math impaired for a moment. Okay, so 3 goes into 7 how many times? 2. Which gives us 6. And for those of you following at home, we have a very exciting long division lesson today. It's 76 divided by 3. So far, we know that 3 goes into 7 2 times. And so it gives us 6. Subtract it and we get 1. Bring down the 6 and we have 16. And now we have to figure out how many times 3 goes into 16. Can anybody tell me how many times 3 goes into 16? Is it 6? No, that's 18. So that's too much. It has to be 5 because that's 15. That's the closest number and it doesn't go over 16. So it's definitely 5. Now we have to multiply 5 with 3, which gives us 15 right there. And we subtract 16 from 15 to give us a remainder. And what is our remainder? This is the awkward like Dora the Explorer pause. It's 1. Great. So it looks like I didn't clear 9 legitimately because I messed up on putting in the remainder. I put a 2 instead of a 3, unfortunately. But that was the complete exercise. It's a 10-lesson exercise. That's Donkey Kong Jr. Math. They also have this version where you can play with 2 people. Fight with numbers and the symbols to get the number that Donkey Kong is holding up. So thanks again for tuning in. This is probably where I'm going to end it for tonight. But I really appreciate you guys watching the stream, tuning in. I know the first half, or not first half, but the first part was me cleaning my NES. So if you just watched that, that's awesome. If you put up with my technical difficulties in terms of setting up the gameplay, really appreciate it. But anyway, really hope to be doing more of these in the future. And as always, check out my other stuff, Facebook, Instagram, my other videos. I have pickup videos, which I haven't been doing as of late. I have some gameplay videos, tip videos, all that fun stuff too. So thanks again for all your support. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to turn on the little bell for notifications for every single time I post a new video or every time I go live. But other than that, thanks again. And we'll see you guys on the next one. You guys have a good night. All right? So, yeah, and Juicy J put it perfectly. We're playing Donkey Kong Jr. Math. One of the... Oh, I didn't even realize that my... Let's check this one more time. I didn't even realize that my face might have been blocking the math. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Yeah, all the math is on the top right of the screen, and I didn't even realize that my face was blocking it, so you guys couldn't even follow. That's ridiculous. I know now, but if you guys ever want to watch me play Donkey Kong Jr. Math again, please let me know. And please remind me if my face is blocking it. But other than that, have a good night, guys. We'll see you on the next one. So.